Okay, welcome to my tutorial on function pointers. Well, let me just say a little bit about function pointers. Function pointers are actually very similar to the standard pointers that you use for variables, but instead of variable, the function pointer points to a function. Okay, so this concept really makes your code more flexible and more versatile. Maybe for the illustration it would be best to show you some example how to use function pointer. In this case I will be using a member function pointer, which is pointer pointing to a member function of a class. Okay, so I'll create a simple class which will be a calculator. Let me just define or create the class stuff. Let me just create the header. Then we have some body and some main file. Okay, so the main file will include the header .h, and so will body cpp, and for completeness let me put here pragma once. This statement basically denies rerunning the code once again. It's just protection, this piece of code. Okay, and header only this one. Yeah, that should be complete. In the main file let me put here void main brackets curly brackets. Okay, so now let me define the header class calculator with some public and private area, and the public area will have a constructor which will be calculator, and it will accept, say, 3 arguments: double x, double y, and okay. So what you basically want to do is to pass 2 numbers, and according to those 2 numbers the calculator will perform some operation according to the sign. Okay, let's go to the body, and here we just define the constructor. So calculator, just like that, and here we're gonna put double x, double y, sign, and in the body here it's gonna be this x equals x, this y equals y, this char sign equals sign. Okay, so the constructor only stores these variables in the class in this area. Okay, and then we want to have two functions called sum and deduct. Double sum, double. Okay. We won't implement more operations than just summation and the difference, you know. It's just for illustration. Okay, so let's define the sum and deduct function. Double calculator sum, and what it's gonna do is just return x plus y, and the second one was double calculator deduct, and that is gonna return x minus y. That's basically all. Okay, let's compile this. Okay, fine. And now we want to implement another function which will be called say calculate. So let's store a method called calculate. It will be void calculate. Okay, void calculator calculate, and that will do the computation according to the sign. Okay, it will have to decide whether to use this function or this function according to the sign we are passing. So if we pass plus sign, it should do this. If we pass minus, it should run this function. Okay, but I will postpone the implementation of this function, because firstly I want to create a function pointer. Well, what I want to do is I want to have, say, in this area I want to decide which operation to take according to the sign. It will be step 1. Step 2 will be here we'll assign function pointer to the operation. And here we'll call function pointer with arguments. Step 4, save output. Okay, so let's say double result will be this variable storing the output. Okay, so how to do this? If we want to, set up the program like this, we firstly have to define the pointer. Okay, so how to define the pointer on a member function? Well, we know that the pointer will be either on this function or this function. Okay, so it must have the same return type. Okay, so let's start to write double, and next use brackets and write calculator scope operator, and here define pointer sign p operation. I'll discuss this in a minute, and the arguments will be nothing, actually nothing, because they are already stored over here. Okay, so this is basically some special purpose vehicle that is of the same type like our functions. Okay, so it basically says we need some pointer that will point to a function that returns double. That means this statement must be equal to this statement, and it has no parameters. Okay, so this is empty, and this is also empty, and the pointer is called pointer operation, and it's implemented in a class called calculator. That's why this scope resolution operator is necessary. Okay, and however, this is the classical sign for pointer. And how to use this now? As I said before, here should be sign, not sing. Firstly, want some condition. If sign is equal to plus, and now we want to assign the pointer. Else if sign is equal to minus, and again the pointer. Okay, notice that these curly brackets are not necessary because there is only one row of some code over here, so it's it doesn't make sense to put it here, but for brevity I use it. Now we need to somehow to link the pointer to this function, and it will be done with the following code. So we have pointer, and it was called operation is equal to, now you have to use the ampersand, because the ampersand means that we want the right hand side of this equality to return address. Okay, so calculator, and here we want to have the function sum. Okay, do not use anything more behind the sum, just like that. Okay, even if there were some parameters for the function sum, don't use it, just keep it like this. Okay, and likewise define the pointer for the other operation. Calculator deduct. Okay, now this pointer is completely specified. Okay, and we can step to number 2, and here we are going to call this or either this method using the pointer. Well, we know that the pointer should actually return a double. Okay, so we know that we have a variable called result, which shall be equal to, and now you have to use this piece of code, this pointer operation, and don't forget to use this asterisk, and it's free of arguments, just like this. And notice that these brackets are crucial. You have to use them, you know. You cannot use it without the brackets. It won't work. I don't know why I actually put here these points, because that's already done with this thing. Okay, so maybe we should try what it is doing. I'm sorry for confusing you, but this is the first time I'm doing this tutorial. Okay, so let's say we want to instantiate the instance of a class called calculator, so it will be calculator, and there are 3 arguments, say 10, 5, and let's try this. This should only store some numbers. Yeah, no problems, it's fine. And then we have the function called calculate. So calculate, and let's see what it is doing. So firstly, it decides if it is plus or minus, then it assigns reference to the member function. In our case it's sum, so this pointer now currently points to a sum function. Okay, and using this call we are actually referring to the sum function. So if we step in, we are in the sum function. Okay, even though we are using this this pointer, and it will return, yeah. And so that's basically it. Now it holds the value of the result, you know. And likewise, however, we can try what it returns when we use the minus operator. Again, let this function decide. Yeah, there's a mistake, sorry for that. I can see it. Okay, once again. Yeah, we are in, and now we are referring to deduct function. Okay, so let's step in, and we are there. So basically the function the function pointer allows you to, you know, determine some flexible behavior of your code, you know, because afterwards you define some behavior over here, and afterwards you just call always this function. Always this function will, or this code will return the result, no matter what operations you specify over here, but you always only call this piece of code. This is quite useful, you know. Yeah, that's basically all. There's nothing more to see. So I hope it can help you to write some nice piece of code, and definitely see my channel once again. Bye.